So hey guys, today I'm going to tell you the derivations of the projectile motion in the inclined plane at an angle theta. This is the ball we project at an angle alpha. This is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. So many students confuse in this topic and it is basically a JEE type. So what? Uh, so how to derive this? Now we know that the acceleration is present in the x direction. Earlier it was not present because it was uh, uh, no horizontal forces was acting. For this x and y axis, the horizontal force will be present because this is vertical g. You can imagine here as well. This is g, and if we take the components, this is the component we will take in this directions. So we know that we can directly find this angle is this is, you can directly, yes, just like this. So if this is 90 minus theta, this is 90 minus theta, then this will be as theta. So we know that this component will be g sine theta and this is g cos theta in x direction and in y direction. So we have to derive the time of flight. So time of flight, I have told you though, that is t equals to twice of t to cover this distance. And in my time of flight video, that is this distance t, so that is t equal to twice of t. So t can be write as, we know that the equation of first equation motion, so the vertical component of velocity will be 0 for this x and y. So we can write Vy equals to u cos u sin alpha minus of this is g vertical direction g cos theta into t. So Vy will be 0, so u sin alpha divided by g cos theta, that is the time. So twice of t will give the time of flight. So 2u sin alpha divided by g cos theta. Now for the horizontal, now for the horizontal range. Now the equation, the acceleration is now present in the x direction, so we can't use directly vx into t. So for the initial velocity, we can write u cos alpha into time of flight minus of half of what is the g sine theta into t square. So we can substitute the value of t from here, so we will get the horizontal range. Why here minus? Because the acceleration is in opposite direction. So similarly we can find the value of h from that vertical third equation of motion, that is Vy square equals to u square sine square alpha minus of 2g, what is 2g cos theta into h. So Vy will be 0 at the highest point, so u square sine square alpha divided by 2g cos theta, that is the maximum height reached. Okay, for this x and y, obviously for this x and y, that is the maximum height reached. Okay, so this is for all. So hope you like the video. Please like, share and subscribe. I will be posting all the mechanics lectures and with its derivation, and I will be posting some few questions of JEE, and uh, will be happy to solve your doubts. You can post your doubts in the comment section. So till then, thanks for watching.